How's everyone? Today in this video, as I can tell by the title of it, I'll be reviewing the series premiere of the WWE 205 Live. Of course, this is the brand new Cruiserweight show. It takes place live on the WWE Network after SmackDown Live every Tuesday. And overall, I gotta say, for a first impression for this show, I thought it was, a really good show. The crowd wasn't all for it because I think a lot of the crowd didn't know these guys, and it was a new feel to them. But I feel like the show still had a strong showing and definitely a strong first impression. I thought the matches accomplished what it was supposed to, and the main event I thought was great with a very shocking ending as well. So I feel like 205 Live definitely had a really good first episode. This won't be a weekly thing where I'll be reviewing every 205 Live. I decided since this is the first episode to go ahead and review it for you guys. So don't expect this to be a weekly thing, even though there might be an occasion where I will review an episode depending on the significance of it and how big of an episode it is, or just how good it is in general. If it's really, really good, I want to talk about it, I'll make a review on it. But this won't be a weekly thing, so don't expect weekly 205 Live reviews. But that being said, let's jump right into it. Of course, this show tried to give a CWC feel to it. Of course, at the beginning of it, they did, an introduction to all the Cruiserweights on the stage. They had every single one of them on the stage and introduced every single one of them, which I thought was a cool thing. Throughout the show, we had video packages on not each guy, but certain guys. Like we had a video package for Noam Dar, Lindsay Dorado, and of course the Bollywood Boys before their match. So I like that. I like the introduction to these guys. I think it's definitely a good thing. It brings back the Cruiserweight feel to it, or Cruiserweight Classic feel to it, I should say. And I liked it. But the show opened up with a tag team match. Of course, we had the Bollywood Boys making their debut, taking on Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. This match overall I thought was pretty solid. I think the in-ring work was good here. Nothing was really that significant about it. Bollywood Boys trying to get their stuff in, and Drew Gulak and Tony Nese were very aggressive in this match. Definitely, especially Drew Gulak, he was very aggressive against the Bollywood Boys. And the Bollywood Boys had a pretty decent showing. I think in my opinion, the Bollywood Boys probably had the worst showing in the Cruiserweight Classic in the summer, just because they're both tag team guys. So when you separate them and put them in singles runs, I don't think you necessarily get really anything good. Just these two guys seem like they're tag team guys for life. So the fact that they're on their own in the Cruiserweight Classic, I think, speaks volumes. So the fact that they're now a unit together in the 205 Live, I think, will be different. But their showing here is definitely a lot better than their singles showing in the Cruiserweight Classic, if you ask me. One of the Bollywood Boys did a nice springboard crossbody off the second rope onto the outside. Two Drew Gulak, which I thought was pretty good. But besides that, solid opener. It did what it needed to do. Needed to showcase the Bollywood Boys, and that's exactly what it did. Bollywood Boys get the tag team victory after a double super kick on Drew Gulak for the 1-2-3. So, like I said, the match was fine, but it accomplished what it needed to accomplish. And after the match, Drew Gulak and Tony Nese were interviewed, and they pretty much just talked about the match and how that that loss didn't mean anything, and that they don't care pretty much. So I thought that was a good, solid interview promo by both of them there. From there, I'm going to go to Jack Gallagher making his 205 Live debut. Well, everyone's making their 205 debut, but making his debut in the Cruiserweight division, I should say, is Jack Gallagher taking on Ariya Daivari. I thought Jack Gallagher looked great here. This is, again, the match where it's supposed to showcase his offense, and Jack Gallagher got his stuff in. He did the whole thing where he pretty much made Ariya Daivari into a pretzel and just rolled him out in the ring. Jack Gallagher was just very entertaining, and he's one of the best cruiserweights in the division, if you ask me. Definitely one of the best standouts in the Cruiserweight Classic, and I'm really glad he's there. And he definitely had a really good showing. Daivari had a come back where he started, he got out of one of the holes and started attacking Jack Gallagher. But again, the purpose of this match is to showcase Jack Gallagher, and it did that. And Jack Gallagher looked really good, and won with the a vicious headbutt followed by a one-leg corner drop kick for the 1-2-3 win. So Jack Gallagher wins. Good showing from him. Again, did what he needed to do, and solid stuff from him and Daivari. And then, of course, go to the main event, which was the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match, the Brian Kendrick versus Rich Swann. By the way, awesome video package on Rich Swann before the match. Definitely developed the emotion for this match that I needed to. And then, going to the match itself, it had a rough start, but man, did it pick up to an awesome match. I thought it was great stuff here from Rich Swann and Brian Kendrick. The crowd really got into this match as well, even delivering a "This is awesome" chant. So that's something you don't see on Monday Night Raw. You don't see Cruiserweights get "This is awesome" chants on Raw every week. So the fact that, these two guys that a crowd was completely dead for at the beginning of this match was able to make noise and chant "This is awesome" speaks, volumes for itself. So these two went out there, had one hell of a match, told one hell of a story. Like I said, slow start. Rich Swann was very dominant in the beginning. And then, of course, Brian Kendrick had a nice comeback on him. Took him out with a neck breaker onto one of the on the post. That what holds the turnbuckles and the post together, hit the neck breaker on Rich Swann there to have a nice brawl on the outside, which pretty much began Brian Kendrick's dominant streak in this match. They teased a count-out victory for Brian Kendrick. Rich Swann was able to get in at the count of 9. Brian Kendrick was just very aggressive on Rich Swann, and him and Rich Swann going back and forth. Brian Kendrick locking in the captain's hook, but Rich Swann fighting out of it, grabbing for the ropes. Just told an awesome story. At one point, Brian Kendrick nearly killed him with a dragon suplex into a captain's hook, nearly just killing Rich Swann with that. And they brawl into the top rope, which Brian Kendrick actually hits a slice spread number 2 off the top rope onto Rich Swann, which actually looked kind of weird because Brian Kendrick actually landed on his side. So it came up kind of awkward, but it's still was a nice near fall finish. A lot of near falls, by the way. Rich Swann nearly got the win with a spin kick followed by a 450, but Kendrick put his knees up for a close pinfall there. So a lot of near falls in this match, which made for great drama as well. And then ending came very, very surprising. Rich Swann hits one spinning heel kicks, followed by another one, followed by a third and final one in 1, 2, 3. Rich Swann is your brand new WWE Cruiserweight champion. Like I said, huge shocker there. I was not expecting Rich Swann to win that title at all. I thought, this title match is just happening for a big, premiere for it. But the fact that Rich Swann won the title was a huge shocker, and definitely wasn't expecting it. But good for him. I honestly wanted Brian Kendrick to remain Cruiserweight champion as long as they can go with him. Him having a short title reign to me is pretty stupid, especially considering this is now the third title change, or the third Cruiserweight champion, I should say, in 2 months. I just hope they're not hot potatoing this title like they're doing for the Raw Women's title, because this title definitely doesn't deserve that treatment. But definitely, like I said, great match, great storytelling. Rich Swann, was selling greatly, and the story told with him was tremendous, and Brian Kendrick was very aggressive in this match, which I loved, and I thought made for an awesome match, and I thought it was a great strong main event for the first ever WWE 205 Live episode. And by the way, Austin Aries, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the episode, but Austin Aries on commentary, he did mention that he will be part of the show after he is clear to compete, but for right now he will be on commentary until he is able to compete and go out to the Cruiserweight title. So Austin Aries definitely is going to be a huge add-on to the show, and I thought he did pretty good on commentary for the most part for tonight's episode. But overall, like I said, I thought it was a very good first episode for 205 Live. I still think the show doesn't need to happen. I think everything that they did on the show tonight could have easily happened on a Monday Night Raw. But, it is what it is. They don't want to put the effort into making time for this on Raw, so I guess I have to do it on another show. So, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please leave a like below. Leave you guys your thoughts on the first episode of 205 Live as well if you guys watched it. And until the next video, I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching the video.